it has turned into reality is just overwhelming. It's just freaking overwhelming, to be honest.
This is how I would describe the entirety of my professional life. It's either a state of boredom, wherein I want to do more, or a state of burnout, where I need to do less.
I've had panic attacks on airplanes. I've had panic attacks in hotel rooms. I've had panic attacks with other YouTubers while I'm trying to make videos. The creative side drains so much from you, trying to come up with ideas constantly, trying to one-up yourself, trying to compete with you. It's exhausting.
Big YouTubers have been making videos about burnout for ages now. It's nothing new, and every now and then we'll see someone that we enjoy watching hit a certain threshold where they just can't sustain the output that they're trying to keep up with, and they have to take a break. I'd always assumed that this was something that only big YouTubers or people that create content day in, day out would have to deal with. I didn't think it was something that I would ever deal with whilst being a beginner, but recently I've realised that my thinking on this has been a bit wrong. If you were to look up a definition of burnout, you'd probably find something along the lines of a state of exhaustion caused by doing too much. But I feel like that definition is missing something. I can think of times in my life where I've been so busy that I had no spare time whatsoever, and yet I didn't feel drained and I was able to get everything done. In contrast, I often feel completely burned out if I end up with a full plate of more menial tasks. That drains me of energy so much more easily than these bigger, more significant things to deal with. And I think this is where we start to experience burnout when it comes to creating things.
Look at that.
I don't know how I'm supposed to get anything done.
I hate this country. I hate this country so much. This is what I've been trying to work in. The last 15 minutes of my day, I've just been hiding in a doorway. We all have to do things we don't want to do. It's just part of life, right? But I think that we have a threshold that if we go beyond that and we don't do anything to recharge our batteries, then we just crash. For most people with small YouTube channels or small creative projects, that's the thing that recharges us. But something happens when you start to get a bit of traction where it becomes about the numbers. That you start looking at the analytics, you obsess over what is going to be the next best video topic. And I think that sort of pulls you into this grey area where you still kind of enjoy what you're doing, but also it starts to drain you. And so even if you're a small channel, you may not be working full time at doing creative things, but you have a load of jobs, just normal life things to do. And then you take your hobby and that becomes a bit of a chore too. The irony of this is incredible. Let me just turn this camera for a second. Look at this. I think I might just go home and finish the narrative there. Sometimes I get annoyed with myself for getting tired out and not posting, and then I remember I'm in a bit of a weird position at the minute. I'm working 2 jobs because I'm changing from one to the other. I've got all my other responsibilities still and this whole YouTubing thing, and when I think about it, it's not really any wonder that I'm tired sometimes and that I just don't feel like I have the energy. I am burned out sometimes, and because I've let myself think too much about the success of the channel and making videos that are going to do well. Focusing too much on that has taken something that used to recharge me and make me feel like I'd got energy again, and has moved it into the box of things that stress me out and drain me of energy. And so of course that means that I've been posting less, and I think the way for me to change that is to get back to it being something that's fun. You know, not thinking too hard about it. Of course, trying to make nice videos, but stop worrying. You know, I've got too much on my plate to have my pastime be something that is causing me that much mental anguish. I'll never enjoy anything I make if I keep doing that.
A few weeks ago, me and my wife went on holiday to the Yorkshire Dales, and I forgot most of the things I needed to take videos, but I had the drone and, you know, I just had fun. There was no pressure or expectation with how the footage had to turn out. It was just a nice memory. And at the end of the day, I think the point I'm trying to make is that to avoid burning out, you've just got to take the pressure off yourself and have fun with what you're doing, especially when life is busy enough and stressful enough as it is. I really do think that the best creative work that we do comes from when we're relaxed and having fun. So, yeah, here's a few of those shots now, and I hope you guys are having fun with whatever you're making.